Hello everybody and welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix, the final round of my Australasia tour for the first half of the season. And as you can see here, I've come 11th in practice, but after a disastrous S1 attempt at this circuit, I really need to up my game if I'm going to improve Williams' fortunes this season, as I'm only on the solitary point after 3 rounds. So now this is my brief Q1 highlight. I got 12th position in that round with Maldonado, not too bad himself in 14th. The usual suspects are eliminating Q1, so we move on now nice and swiftly to the second session with Lewis Hamilton, of course, the favourite to get pole position, judging on his pace there. We now head into sector 1. I've just understeered a little bit, but I have a bit of work to do since my first lap was pretty poor. I'm 0.2 of a second up on my own time and just 0.3 down on Grosjean. And now we move on to sector 2, and that's half a second down on the Q3 tipping point, but it's not going to be on this lap, is it? But we move on now without skipping to the final turn, and there you go, nice and smooth, that's how you do it. And down the back straight with 3 minutes to go, exactly as I cross the line. It's a 1:35.8, so we're nearly there, 12th position. Still a very good result, but beating Maldonado this weekend is essential since we've done so badly in the last race in China, and an understeered opportunity goes of begging, as I could have got 11th place there, but a very respectable 12th position. But Hamilton again on top of the timesheets. Now I'm going to show you very quickly the amount of tyres I've saved up for my options and primes, because in the last episode I was again screwed out of the tyre situation, and it grieved me severely. So now you can see Vettel actually got the pole position ahead of Rosberg and Hamilton. The world champion Alonso is in 4th, but we are in 12th. No penalties were awarded to any drivers, so it's going to be a safe, clean race, I hope. And there we go, the lights are out, and this is our moment. It's time to go. And Grosjean blocking the inside line now, and it's a matter of who wants to be bravest. There you go, I spotted a gap. Gutierrez is also trying something similar, and I'm through. A little bit of contact there, but we seem to be okay. Jenson Button in 3 wide there, and oh, contact with Grosjean. Oh, he's done so well to hold on to it, but now we go 4 wide down the straight here, and then we break late again, and that equates 9th position on past Jenson Button as well. And great start, Perez and Raikkonen going toe to toe there. Look at that for commitment, and Perez gets around the outside there. Brilliant stuff from the Mexican. And now I'm going to look at down the inside as well. Oh, that was careless. Oh dear. Yeah, so Perez loses out because of my negligence, and he won't be at all impressed. But now we move on to the most difficult corner on the track, and we get through it safely. You don't want to lock up your tyres for the reasons of keeping on the road, I suppose. And we're through, and away we go. Now Jenson Button is on my outside. He'll like a piece of me, since it's worth double the points. Lol. And we go up the hill, and the gentle right, followed by another right turn. You have to get it right in 3rd gear, or else you'll be going off the road. But there you go, Perez is now starting to get away as I'm starting on the harder compound. Jenson Button will try one more time to overtake me before the end of the lap, but it's not to be, and we're away. So another 28 laps of the circuit await. It's going to be a long old race, but hopefully it's one that we can thrive at. And there you go, that's 1 lap of the Sakir International Circuit. And we're now going to see Jenson Button try me one last time. And it's again a dismal effort from Button. He just couldn't find his way, and Hulkenberg attempts an overtake, and is it successful? No, it's not. Now he caught up to the rest of the pack since they're all in the queue, and we just take the difficult left-hander. And normally you can see the bollard is on the road, so it's a bit dangerous. DRS not yet activated, so Perez can get away. Webber's slipstream, or Raikkonen's, excuse me. And there you go. The top 10 seem fairly comfortable at the minute. Maldonado, you can see the orange dot, is a bit further down the pack. And there you go, that's another section complete. And Perez just out of my range again. And that'll be that. And lap 4, I've made a small error into the final turn. And there you have it. Jenson Button takes complete advantage. but I have cares. I have one last chance to redeem myself. I go down the inside. Look at Grosjean as well. He's got the slipstream. And there you go. I make my move fair and square. But Button has the inside line for this turn. And I have to be extremely careful what I do, but I'm okay. Button was put off for whatever reason, and we're back into position. So we got very lucky there, but I'm losing acres and acres of time. And similarly, Mark Webber he's fallen way down the order. So Mark Webber is in deep trouble. But as you can see, I'm struggling on these harder tyres, and Jenson Button is fed up. He has to make his move stick now in his new McLaren, the Vodafone free sponsorship livery. And look at that, Grosjean tries to take me down the inside and completely put me in a spin. So a bit of revenge for the lap 1 incident where I nearly put him in a tizzy. So there we go. And unfortunately, just as I say, it's a mistake. Jenson Button uses his DRS to go around the outside, and that's 10th position, my minimum objective for the day. And Jenson Button will get away since he's on the better compound, and I have to defend with all my might from that man Grosjean. We've had those battles in Valencia and Korea in the past, and we're set to clash swords once more. And I've gone wide in that final turn again, and Grosjean is here. Here we go. He's gone down the inside as you expect. It's side by side action. Very slow lap time for me. I'm really struggling. But there you go, my cares. Every last drop has been used on that straight, and you can see a Sauber is on my account as well. So very difficult conditions for racing for me at least. And now we end the lap 8. We end lap 8 now, and I believe we'll see some cars entering the pits. Whoa! You see this? The curb nearly took me wide again. So there we go. More curves. And we've got the race leaders coming out of the pits. You see Mercedes there on your right hand side of the picture, and we have the world champion Alonso coming out in 5th position. Yellow flags in sector 2 for whatever reason, but we'll ignore that because it seems to be nothing useful. Grosjean now wants to take advantage on the inside here, braking just an inch before him, and there goes the McLaren, the Mercedes of Nico Rosberg. And now here he is himself trying to take the advantage. He's wearing that striking new black helmet as per my mod. So well and good, the Mercedes. Not likely to win today, but you never know. And Felipe Massa overtakes thanks to distraction. And now it's my turn to pit. The tyres have had enough. You can see I've lost a lot of time, but I have to keep defending my position as Massa goes down the inside. Rosberg makes contact, putting me off, but where is he? He's in my blind spot. There he is. There you go. Rosberg through it well. Oh, Grosjean, or Raikkonen. Actually, Raikkonen's through as well. I don't know where Grosjean is, but I don't really know, to be honest. I take a look down the inside of Kimi, and I have to yield as I'm not quite quick enough. He is a bit upset that I'm trying to get into his blind spot. But there you go. Raikkonen's away, so now we can pit in relative comfort. Webber has a Force India in tow. So now I don't know where on earth I'm going to come out, but it was a very long first stint, and I don't know, we're already in 11th, so that's not good. That's 12th, so the going out long first stint hasn't paid off. 13th, 14th, 15th, oh, this is not good. We've lost so many positions just because I wanted to stay out a little long. And there's Daniel Ricciardo going down my outside, and he's through. Oh dear. Maldonado, he was miles behind me before I made my pit stop, so those hard tyres didn't do me a favour whatsoever. Now got a draft on Ricciardo. I have an inside line on him, and I have to go in the second gear to avoid understeer, and that's not good enough actually. The 26 car is through my inside again. Oh, I fight back. Oh, this is quite intense, but there you go. Ricciardo has overtaken me as well, so at least I'm on the soft tyres and I can compete with him. But Maldonado is in range. I must beat my teammate this weekend unless he wants it, unless I want to give him a 3-1 race performance advantage. And a bit of contact on the wheel rim of Ricciardo, and DRS is activated, and I've got to make it stick. But Ricciardo's great drive out of the corner, but now surely with brand new output occurs, I will catch him this time. We've got a car coming out of the pits, and we brake. Oh, that'll put me off quite severely, but it's okay. Sutil has come out ahead on cold tyres, but that's 15th position overall. Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso, Perez, Massa, Rosberg, Raikkonen, Webber, Button, Di Resta, Grosjean, Gutierrez, Hulkenberg, Sutil, myself, Ricciardo, Maldonado, Peak, Verne, Chilton, Bianchi, and Van der Garde. Now, this is just moments later. Do not try this at home. A significant dive down the inside, total dive bomb, and I've totally ruined Sutil there. But I'm up in the 13th, and now Hulkenberg, and I believe that would be. I think it's a McLaren. Excuse me. It is Jenson Button. So it's a long way down the stint. It was a very boring one. I've had those in the past, but not to this degree now. So I'm up in the 12th, but I'm expected to lose more positions as I make my own pit stop. But I'll have to try and keep up with Button for a while at least before I make my own pit stop. I've made some time on Sutil, braking 4th and then back into 5th. You can see very difficult to negotiate those turns, and that's it. That's okay. And now we pit ourselves, just coming into our own stall, and I'm going back on the prime tyres for the last stint. These tyres will be in good condition, as I've double triple checked what my tyres will be like, so that's all well and good. There you go, I'm back into 17th position. Daniel Ricciardo, my enemy again. I brake very late. Oof, goodness me, that could have been a nasty accident, taking Ricciardo into a spin. But now it's all about the fight, and this will be lap 21 now. I should gain some positions back, particularly that one I want against Maldonado, who will be well behind. But 15th position is nowhere near what I wanted this weekend. I have to beat that Toro Rosso at the absolute minimum. Sutil, I was ahead of my teammates, so that's good. Now this is very close between myself and Ricciardo. It's surely only a matter of time. It's a bit deja vu. I have the superior straight line speed. DRS glows for green, and we activate. And there you go, 1:36.7, my new fastest lap of the race. And Ricciardo is pretty much he's got to submit there. Yeah, he does back out with the move, and there you have it. We have a retirement, 14th of 21 there, and it's Vettel, Hamilton, Massa, Rosberg, Alonso, Webber, Perez, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Button, Hulkenberg, Di Resta, Gutierrez, myself, Ricciardo, Maldonado, Sutil, etc. And it was Jean-Eric Vergne out of the race, but moments later, just as I was getting a bit of momentum going, I'm too far on the inside of the track, and I slide. Oh, I've slid totally off the road, and I've lost 2 positions, including Maldonado there. And with only 6 laps to go at this juncture, we have severe work to do. And you can see I lost over 6 seconds just for a simple mistake. I will gain a position back, and there you go. Sutil has no hope of defending me from DRS. So now I must catch my teammate. It's not very far, but this is my career on the line here. I can't let Maldonado beat me after I whipped him left, right and centre in season 1, but he's gotten a good gap on me now. It's about 1.6 seconds or 1.8, and I understeer just a little bit wide, but we won't actually see the checkpoints this time. But there you go, it is actually up to 2.7 seconds with 3 laps to go, and it's just Sutil keeping me honest. But I have to catch Maldonado, and he is catching Ricciardo in turn, so we're under pressure. Again, turning right to complete sector 1. You have to stay as far on the outside as you can, or else you're going to spin. I've actually gained a little bit of time, but it's nowhere near enough. And now Maldonado's right behind his opponent Ricciardo. Now it's the final lap. He has been delayed by the Toro Rosso, and Vettel just crossed the line, so huge relief that we're not going to get lapped. And now we have Maldonado right where we want him. Oh goodness, you can't slide there, you don't want to make a mistake. And so it's a 3-way battle for the unlucky 13th position, and it's a teammate battle set to dominate proceedings. Turning again, and Maldonado's got a good run, so what on earth's going to happen? 0.7 seconds. You could round it up to 0.8, but now we're going to take a big lunge to get right behind him, and this is our moment. We've got to get him at this DRS zone, or else we're done. And this is it. We're turning left for the difficult left-hander. Braking late as I can. I'm through. It's a clean move. And Maldonado is beaten at last. Well, we've had some very difficult races, but thankfully we have that move done. But no! Oh, contact! Oh, we had the move done, and then I made a big mistake, but Maldonado couldn't avoid me, and that's the end of the race. 14th. It's a decent recovery drive, but there were points to be won at that Grand Prix, and it's one that I'll have to again feel a bit bad about myself about. So we move on to Europe at long last for the Spanish Grand Prix in the next round. But for now, Sebastian Vettel is a worthy winner of the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's one that the former world champion needed so desperately. Jean-Eric Vergne, as you can see, where it was DNF'd. So Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso, Rosberg, Massa are your top 5. Webber, Perez, Raikkonen, Grosjean and Button completes top 10. I could definitely have beaten Grosjean, but he did so well to get 9th. Hulkenberg, Gutierrez, disappointing for Sauber, not getting any points. So Vettel enters the title race, getting within 11 points of Alonso. Rosberg second, just 5 points behind. Massa, who won the Chinese Grand Prix, has lost a little bit of time, and Hamilton is 5th. You can see I'm still 12th in the championship, but Williams really need more points than just that one, because it took us a long time to get the consecutive results that you saw from second half last season. But I've ranked up now to level 7, and level 8 is not too far away. So there you go. We get some upgrades to come at the Spanish Grand Prix, as you'd expect. But we'll take a look at our race results data. I lost 2 positions, but now it's a tie. That 1 championship point gives me the slenderest advantages over Maldonado, who has yet to score a world championship point. But now we move on to the Spanish Grand Prix. I hope you can join me for that, and we'll speak again as soon as possible. Bye bye.